Hey, I'm Shannon Becker, Joplin News First, powered by 4 States homepage in partnership with KODE Action 12 News and KSN 16 Local News. I'm in the car with Captain Trevor Duncan of the Joplin Police Department. Thank you so much for letting us ride along with you tonight, sir.
You're welcome.
So let's talk about some DWI enforcement. You guys have a special program at the police department that you started about 9 months ago. Explain to us this program.
Well, back at the beginning of May, we started a DWI campaign where we want to involve the community and raise awareness to deter impaired driving. And then secondary, we want to find those that are driving impaired and get them stopped and get them arrested and take them off the streets for the safety of the community. So as part of that, you know, it's New Year's Eve. We know that people are out drinking tonight, and we know that even though we're telling everybody that we're going to be out tonight and we're looking for you if you don't take our advice, we know that there's impaired drivers out there tonight. Right. So we're out looking for those drivers.
Well, now in fact we just got in the car a little bit ago, and someone was pulling out of 18th and Main, and they didn't have their lights on. Is that something you look for? Is someone just anywhere driving around without their lights on a night like this?
So we look for a variety of traffic violations that are indicators of impairment. Some of those violations are speeding, driving with no headlights is a big one. We just stopped that vehicle that was driving with no headlights. Right. He had been drinking. He was not impaired, so he chose to park the vehicle and walk home tonight, which is a win-win for everybody. Right. So, you know, lane violation is a big one. Careless driving we see. So there's just a lot of violations that we come across that are indicating that the driver might be impaired. So we stop for those violations, do a little bit more digging, and then see if we have an impaired driver and what the situation might be.
When it comes to like let's say in the state of Missouri, DUI is not used as much, right? DWI is what is categorized mostly, correct? Right.
The state law is driving while intoxicated. It also incorporates drugs. We sometimes refer to the drug side as DUID, driving under the influence of drugs, but typically we just refer to it as DWI, driving while intoxicated. We just had a crash about 30 minutes ago, leaving the scene crash out on the interstate. Our officers got that vehicle stopped at 26th and Schifferdecker. They're still in the middle of that stop. It sounds like the driver was under the influence of drugs. Right. So they're currently making a DWI arrest with drugs being the factor.
Right. Well, like even yesterday, I know it was in Dunawig, it was in the county, it wasn't you, but there was a DWI, but it was with drugs.
Correct.
In Dunawig, actually. So
correct.
State Highway Patrol.
And that's our focus. We're after impaired drivers, whether it be alcohol or drugs. We're trying to deter impaired driving, and then those that don't heed our advice, we're out looking for them to find them and take them off the street.
So that's the campaign is what you guys have is called We Are Out There Too, correct?
Yeah, the community part of our group came up with a slogan that We Are Out There Too, and really what that means is, you know, you've got the impaired drivers out there. Well, the community wants them to know that we're out there too. You've got kids and pets and, you know, all kinds of members of the community that are out there too, that are their lives are endangered by those impaired drivers. And then on the flip side of that, us as police officers, we're out there too. We're out there looking for those impaired drivers. So, you know, it's our goal to find those impaired drivers. We're out there too, just like tonight. A lot of people are celebrating. Here we are, we're out there too, looking for those impaired drivers, trying to make an impact.
Now, I know budget-wise, it was a big deal about 1.5 years ago. They were saying that the state's not going to pay for these DWI checkpoints anymore. So where's the funding coming for this little step in a different direction that you guys are taking?
So, yeah, so with the state not funding checkpoints, a lot of our efforts are more geared towards saturation patrols or wolf packs, which is what we're doing tonight. And you know, a lot of that funding comes from the state level. They still fund the patrols, and then some of that funding comes from the department itself. Some of us are out here tonight on our regular hours, whether we adjusted hours or out here, you know, extra. Others are out on that state funding. So it's just a combination of ways that we can stretch our resources and basically get people out on the street on nights like tonight where we expect impaired drivers, and we've already seen the results of an impaired driver causing a crash tonight.
Oh yeah. Now I saw you had a portable breathalyzer. Does everybody have those? Are those new that you guys are carrying around?
So we've always had portable breathalyzers. As part of the campaign we're doing, we did get money that we're able to buy equipment and different things for our campaign with. With that money, we got an additional 15 breathalyzers or portable breath tests, And just on that last car stop that we just made, we actually used one because the driver had been drinking,
Right.
and it allowed us to see where his level of impairment was and make a decision about how we're going to proceed with that stop.
Right, right. Now tell me, when you guys pull somebody over, what should somebody do? Like, what's the best advice? I know being compliant is probably something that's really important that people don't realize. That helps everything, right?
Well, you know, just like that stop we just made, he had made some mistakes because he had drank tonight and then got behind the wheel, but he was extremely cooperative, honest, compliant. We were able to, you know, investigate it, determine he was not impaired, but it was time to park the vehicle and make another decision on his transportation. So he agreed to park the vehicle, walk away, and, you know, always cooperation goes a long way. So if you're getting pulled over, you know, slowly but surely pull over to the right or to a safe place. You know, keep your hands visible. You don't have to stick your hands out the window or do anything crazy, but just keep your hands visible and listen to the officer's instructions and just be cooperative.
So you guys out tonight then, do you ever get like nervous when you're out like this? I mean, I'm nervous, but I'm not in my environment.
Well, I mean,
I've never been in a cop car. A lot.
Well, you know, in our job, we never know, just like that van we just stopped, we talked about it as
Right.
we were stopping it, we didn't know what the situation was there, why he was driving with no headlights, didn't know who was even in the vehicle, couldn't see in the vehicle due to tinted windows. So you never know what you're getting into until you basically find out. So we just use our training and experience, and we approach it the way we know best and get to the bottom of it and go from there. So, you know, it's a dangerous job, but we're trained and ready.
Yeah. And even though you're a captain, you still are on patrol at least once a week? Is that how it works?
This summer, as part of the campaign, I was one of the ones that was out about every weekend looking for DWIs and arresting DWIs. Into this fall, I have not been out as much, but New Year's Eve brings a lot of us out.
Mm-hmm.
The chief himself is out tonight.
Oh, wow.
He actually just stopped a car. So there's several of us out tonight that aren't normally out, that
Right.
are helping look for impaired drivers and helping, you know, some of our officers don't have a choice. They have to work the holiday. So we come out, we have the choice. We come out and help on the holiday just
Right.
to, you know, kind of be a part of the team.
Well, I think, yeah, I was going to say that says a lot, you know, as in any company as management. And people don't realize a police department is it's a company, it's an entity. You know, you have a structure, and that's really important for morale, I would say, especially.
Right.
All right. Drive sober or get pulled over. We are out there too. It's pretty exclusive. Thank you so much.
No problem. And one last message, you know, we made it clear. We're out this weekend. We're going to stay out. We're against impaired driving. We just want everybody to make the right choice and not drive impaired. And even though we're making that very clear, we had the rollover crash you covered
Right.
Friday night, I believe it was.
Saturday
Saturday night.
And
And
Sunday.
then we've already had the crash tonight where the driver took off and drugs seem to be a factor. And the night's young. Even though we're telling everybody and being very transparent that we're out, it's unfortunate. We would love to make no DWI arrests the rest of the night. Unfortunately, we'll probably make at least one. So we're just giving that advice. Don't drink and drive tonight. We're out here, and
Right.
be safe.